Welcome to today's episode of the Group Parlay podcast. Kevin Soyan, Andy Semo, Nick Strom. Me and Kev, impossible. We can't hit. I mean, we fell out of a boat in the middle of the ocean. We would miss the water. We'd fall upwards. It's disgusting. 5 straight losses for both of us. I mean, doing all the right things. I haven't changed a single thing in my approach, and this is just parlay gambling is not for the faint of heart. So I'll let Kev give a recap yesterday.
Yeah, I think I just need a little break on NBA, which I will have now until Thursday. So got a full week of no NBA until the full slate's back. So um, it's time for some college basketball, which I love to bet on. So um, yeah, I agree. I don't know what's going on, but yesterday was another stinker. I had the Rockets money line. They started off horribly. They made a comeback, and then they ended up choking in the end. They lost by like 8. So that sucked. And then Andy had Panthers Penguins under 6.5, and it unfortunately went to 7. There was 5 goals in the second period after 0 in the first period. So that's tough.
That one hurt. I was almost about to send a text saying this one's looking good, but
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
for a minute me and Andy were looking okay. When the Rockets made their comeback, Andy was still in a good spot. I was like, oh, we got life. And it just went downhill.
Absurd amount of goals in one period. 5 is just crazy. You
And
can't
then
draw that up. Anyway,
yeah. Jazz -4 first round. I mean, the Jazz, man, they were playing such good ball earlier in the season. Now they just give up 138 points, with no LeBron. So they lost by what, 16 as a favorite. AD put up 37. Hamuchamara 36 points. Austin Reeves 22. I mean, geez.
and that was a pretty close one. They were down 1.5, and then they just got blown out in the third quarter. I'm like, all right, time to go to bed.
Yep. So after 5 tough ones in a row with me and Andy, we are now just up zero point 0.5 units. We're 3-11 on the month. I'm 10-5. Andy 6-9. Strom 7-8. We gotta hit it. We
boys
gotta
are
hit
due.
one.
Boys are due.
We gotta hit one.
We got to hit so we can troll some people on TikTok, but going 0 for 3, it's not good for us. Not good for the soul.
Yeah, even like our 18 game losing streak, like we would get 2 out of 3 here and there. Like we were never going over. This like whatever 5 game losing streak we're on, we're going over like every time.
And even worse, Barstool Quick Picks, which completely stole our podcast idea, hit yesterday on their second day.
Oh,
They had a push. They had a push. So it's like a plus
wow.
two,
That
do
hurts.
something. But
That's
I went in their DM. I went in their comments, and then they hit, and we went over 3. So
classic. All right, well, let's
Uh,
make our picks. So I'll start because we need to switch it up clearly. I'm going under 6 in the Penguins Hawks game. I know we have a Chicago rule, but the Blackhawks are so freaking bad that doesn't matter in my mind. The Hawks are averaging just over 2 goals a game. 2.6, I believe, is the number. Connor Bedard's been out for a while. He is still going to be out. He is pretty much their only goal scorer. And the Penguins, they're averaging under 3 goals a game. The Penguins, great goaltending, obviously didn't show yesterday, but even their backup, who's probably playing tonight, has been really, really good. And Nedeljkovic. Also, the Blackhawks goaltending, they're probably going to start Mrazek because it's not a back-to-back. He's actually been pretty good. He's averaging under 3 goals a game. And then on the season, Penguins mentioned it yesterday. They're 17, 30, and 3 to the under. Or I'm sorry, 30, 17, and 3 to the under. And the Blackhawks are 30, 21, and 2 to the under. So these are 2 heavy under teams. Neither of these teams score that much. Their power plays are very, very bad. They're both bottom 3 in the league. So under 6, not unreasonable here.
This is an under I actually looked at. I haven't hopped into the NHL ring in a while, and 2 of the lowest scoring teams in the league. I like it.
Yeah. You just got to hope Mrazek plays because the Hawks backup, Soderblom, averages over 4 goals a game. He is pathetic. So
Did they sign Mrazek? Do you know?
yeah, 2-year deal.
yeah,
So yeah.
Hockey
I
guy.
like
See,
it.
I know.
I like
Kev,
it.
Kev, what do you got?
All right, we're going to the Sun Belt, fellas. Get taking the Detroit Trojans -4.5. They're hosting Arkansas State. Troy's the best team in the Sun Belt. They are in first place at 10-2. They are 14-1 at home this year. They've won 12 games in a row at Trojan Arena, which I love that they don't have the sponsor. It's just Trojan Arena. And Arkansas State, not very good. They're 2-10 on the road, covering 45%. Troy's covering 90% at home, if I didn't say that already. And they've won 6 games in a row. Red hot team. Troy scores 80 points a game. Both teams do actually, but Arkansas State also gives up 80 points a game, where Troy only gives up closer to 70. And a stat I love: Troy gets 10 steals a game. That's got to be like the most in in NCAA basketball. That's insane. So I love Troy -4.5, one of the best covering teams in all of college basketball so far. Troy -4.5. Sorry, I said 9.5.
The college basketball grind has officially begun.
Yeah, that's
Got to go to I love the mid majors.
I know nothing
Mid
about
majors,
it.
easy pickings. I almost went with Minnesota tonight against Purdue, but that's a tough one at Purdue.
I looked at that as well. Minnesota, obviously, still the best covering team, but yeah, just you never know when Purdue's going to blow you out.
All right, Strom, take us home.
Yeah, last night of the NBA, thank God, but I'm going to Old Faithful. Give me Colin Sexton over 18.5 points. He scored 19 plus in 5 of his last 7 games, not at such a high clip as he was previously. He doesn't play a lot of minutes. It scares me a little bit. He usually sits around the 25, 26-minute range. So if you're watching the game, be aware that he's not going to be on the court all that much, but he scores in bunches. Since being put in the starting lineup, he's still gone over 18.5 in 25 out of 32 games. He's hitting at a 78% clip. He didn't hit last night. The odds are telling me he's going to hit tonight against the Warriors. Colin Sexton over 18.5.
This fired me up.
He lives.
Fired me up.
What's that?
He lives right around this number. It's crazy.
He lives around the number.
There's
So if
so
you're going
many
to watch,
games, he ends at 18 or 19. Like so many games. Yesterday he had 18. I remember seeing that. I thought about our line at Sexton. I was like, oh, 18. Wouldn't have hit.
he lives around that number. He doesn't play a lot in the fourth quarter, but when he's in, he shoots the ball. He goes to the basket. Again, not for the faint of heart. It's not fun to watch.
But he's
It's
hitting
not
it.
fun to
He's
watch.
doing it. All right, so to recap our picks, Troy -4.5 at -145. Penguins, Blackhawks under 6 at -140. Sexton over 18.5 points, -135 comes out to +404 with on the parlay. With DraftKings, you get a 50% boost. Last day of the 50% boost, which have been terrible to us, but comes out to +606. So yeah.
Hey, maybe it's our lucky day. Last day of the boost.
We've missed our last
True
5
that.
boost, so
We don't hit boosts, so
we don't hit boosts. It's brutal, but maybe today's the day. I mean, we're due. That's all you can say is we're due. All right,
let's do it.
let's do it, boys.